Who else stayed up late for HyperForce? So Power Rangers HyperForce premiered last night. Did you watch it? I did, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to give you a spoiler-free review as to the pros and cons and what I'm looking forward to for Power Rangers HyperForce. And this video features my cat. So let's have some coffee and talk about some Power Rangers HyperForce, because I don't know about you, I stayed up a little later than I was wanting to last night just so I could catch the end of it, because I didn't want to have to wait for it to be online. But, man, I really enjoyed this show. I really did. Let me know what you think, if you enjoyed it or not, in the comments below, because I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I was a pretty big fan of it. One, the cast is getting along really well together. They're already flowing well. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they worked beforehand on making sure that they knew who their character was. They knew how they were going to interact with things. They knew how, they probably already came up with a good backstory with it, and that they are going to act according to that backstory. Yay! Rangers have backstory. Okay, they got a brand new intro. You've probably seen it posted a whole bunch of places. But there is an actual intro, official wrote for the show. I love the dye that they use. I really hope they put those on sale. If they do, might be having to get a pair of those dye. So, the cast, fantastic. I like that they even had, background music, so whenever they were talking or they were in a big fight scene, they actually had action music playing in the background, which was pretty neat. If you're worried about the time, it is 3 hours long. They do take a brief break about halfway through, as the story allows. It was only about a 5-minute break, though. So if you really want to sit and watch complete, you need to have those 3 hours pretty much ready to go. So let's go ahead and talk about the guests and the guest aspect of this. Now, for the first episode, there was a guest. We had Miss Erin Cahill. Fantastic. She came back to reprise the role of Jen, something she's been wanting to do for a very long time, and something the fans have been wanting her to do for a very long time. So Jen came back, Jen Scott, who Scott Hay did not come back and marry Alex. The show is going to be set up so well to have guests, because they're going to be going to different time periods all the time. And how about they're going, not spoil, but they have traveled at the very end of the episode, and the next episode is going to pick up in a brand new location and a brand new time. And hopefully, maybe that means brand new guests? Maybe not. I don't want the show to rely on guests. I don't want the show to have a new guest every episode trying to carry it, which is why I really loved how Erin Cahill performed in this role. This was completely different for her. She's an actress. She's used to getting scripts. I can tell she was kind of looking through where the story was going to go. But I love, her acting and her giving this authoritative voice from Jen. I'm trying to protect my students. Yeah! Go, Jen. Such a great Pink Ranger. Such a great Pink Ranger. And leader. She was a leader. So, as far as guests go, if they were all like that, then fantastic. I don't want them to have to rely on a guest every episode. That being said, if there was a guest every episode, I probably wouldn't mind it very much, because it's so cool to have nods to the previous seasons, and this wasn't just nods to Mighty Morphin. This is set in the Time Force world. These are Time Force officers, and at the very end, they get wristwatches or something like that. Oh, and I don't know if you saw on the actual stream itself, but Jen, Dr. Scott, Professor Scott was wearing her chronomorpher, and it was pretty cool whenever she morphed. So, watch the clip. Watch the clip. It's like 3D in here for you. Better shot of my cat keeping me company. One reason I really wouldn't mind if they had guests is that the cast itself carried the show. The normal 5 really carried the show. It was about them. It was about their adventure. It was about them coming together And that really cemented it being a Power Rangers show. You know, it was 5 cadets. I'm sorry, some cadets, some other people. But it was 5 people coming together from crazy circumstances, and they're going to form a team. And they're going to have to learn to work as a team. And we're going to get to see it live every Tuesday, 3 hours. Guys, I was smiling the whole time. I woke up this morning in such a good mood. I enjoyed it. It is such a breath of fresh air. And I guess this isn't, a fully scripted review or anything like that. In fact, I don't really write scripts at all for my stuff, which you can probably tell. But I just wanted to get this out there today, and if for some reason anyone in HyperForce would get to see this, thank you so much. Thank you for giving something to maybe more of the older fans who really do want something more story-driven. There is no pretty suit. Well, there are pretty suits, but there's no booms on the screen. There's no massive explosions. There's nothing to make you go, oh, what's that? Looking. This is the story. This is going to be a really epic story, and I'm going to try to watch every episode I possibly can live. And if I can't watch it live, I'm just going to have to watch it on the recording. I want to say if you subscribe to them, you can get the episode a little early, but it will be posted just on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about subscribing. You don't have to be a paid member. You don't have to pay anything to watch this story unfold in front of you. Now, there are some things you can do while you watch. One, use your imagination. Use your imagination because it's awesome. Imagination. I'm the conductor. Imagination! Shout out Tokuger. So, there are ways, though, you can interact with it as the story unfolds, and one of them is with this Twitch extension. Now, as far as I know, it was just a panel kind of thing. It was under it, and you could create your ranger. Now, I personally, I had to pick the Yellow Super Mega Force Ranger. She wasn't there. Boo hiss. She wasn't there, so I saw the purple Ranger from Dino Charge. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that one. They used the model for Albert. They have the male Ranger. So, I did what any self-respecting good Ranger would do, and I'm repping the yellow still, with Power Rangers SPD, gotta go Z. Because her name's Elizabeth, I'm Liz. I'm thinking I might go ahead and finish it off like this, just trying to save you guys from having my cat's butt in your face the entire time. Sorry about that. Oh, look. This is what you need the day after staying up late for a Power Ranger thing. A giant cup of coffee. Of course, you also probably want it to be hotter than this. What are some other things I can go over, seeing as how I'm trying not to give you any spoilers on the show? The mod did a fantastic job, and I feel bad because I didn't write her name down, so I can't remember it off the top of my head, of course, but the mod did an absolutely fantastic job. I enjoyed the story, flowed together very well. The energy system is not fully functional yet, so we didn't get to use it this time. However, by next episode, it should be up and going. It'll be interesting to see how many people come back for episode 2, because, again, over 7,000 people, or at least 7,000 streams. We're going at this. I don't know what the normal numbers are, but I can tell you that right now, Ninja Steel isn't capping 1 million viewers, and that's the Nickelodeon on its show that it's catering to 2 other kids. It's Halloween. I guess I could bring up something scary like Ninja Steel numbers. We don't want to talk about that. It's way too scary. Overall, guys, I'm hyped for HyperForce. That's right, I am hashtag all caps hyped for Power Rangers HyperForce, and I hope you are too. I hope this non-spoiler review helps you at least maybe answer some of your questions or your fears. Yes, it is all 3 hours long. Yes, you do get a little break. Yes, you can participate after episode 1 because the system wasn't quite working, but you can build your Ranger now, and you can start going on missions, which are really just, you just click the button a whole bunch of times. That's why I really didn't mention them. You just click the button again, and you get experience. But they do go towards your Ranger, which make your Ranger strong. As far as the audio, the sounds, everything, I mean, the audio was fine. I like the music in the background. I like the fact that they had the cameras on all of them, and every once in a while they would zoom in on one. I liked the theme. Overall, guys, I just enjoyed it. And I really hope you did too, and if you haven't watched it yet, this is the Ranger Liz vote of confidence. This is the Ranger Liz. I give it, you know what? I'm giving it 5 out of 5 Ninja Stars. I've never used that scale for anything before. But I'm giving it 5 out of 5 Ninja Stars. Maybe I should call it something else. What should we... 5 out of 5 something. We'll figure out what it is. I'm not planning on doing a full episode review after every episode, or at least in the true sense of an episode review where I tell you everything that happened. Simply because it's 3 hours long. I can't just DVR it and fast forward and try to... It's not going to be possible for my life to try to give you the play-by-play of everything that happened for a free 3 hour... It's a free show. It's a free 3 hour long Power Ranger episode. I just can't do it, and I'm sorry for that. But I'd be more than happy to give little news briefs about what's happening in the world of Power Rangers HyperForce. I didn't drink a lot of coffee for this coffee chat, but it also got cold. Sorry. So that wraps it up for the coffee, not coffee, spoiler-free version of a review of... You know what? That was HyperForce. I am hyped. I hope you are too. On behalf of the cat, whose name is Leah, by the way, and myself, who is Ranger Liz, I will see you at the Ranger Weekend review on Friday, if not before, because I think I have another video planned for you guys. I think I already have another video planned, but I'll see you, if nothing else, Friday. You have a fantastic rest of the week, Ranger Nation, and I'm hyped. I hope you are too.